Hey you guys, this is Jason from SoCal Accessories. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a mirror replacement on an 11th gen Civic, how to pop off the mirror, unplug the cables, and change this for a full replacement since this one has to clip in, it's not an overlay. So the first step we're going to do is just disconnect the battery. We disconnect to the ground because the fact that this one has a sensor on here, so we got to disconnect two cables for the mirror in the back. You guys could use a pry bar. Personally, you don't really need it. Just shove your hands towards this area, or your fingers towards this area. Once you get them up to here, you pull upward and it's going to detach. I'm putting your fingers around this area and you pull this part away from the mirror. Okay, so we're going to disconnect this just in case this could plug in either way. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it. If you don't have a marker, you could go ahead and use like a little piece of masking tape or electrical tape or whatever, just so I know which side goes plugged in to what side. I'm just going to put a little orange dot on those. This one only plugs in one way, so you don't really have to mark that one. But for the other one, I believe both plugs are the exact same size, so we're going to mark it so we know which way the plug is supposed to be faced when we plug it back in. So again, I do suggest disconnecting your battery for this part, just in case you don't want to get like no error codes or something on your dash from disconnecting this. So you just pull that one away. This one has a little latch up here. You pull this latch, watch out, I got it. So you just pull this little latch up and you pull it away, okay? So next, to remove this, there's going to be two little tabs you have to push upward. So you have one tab right there and one tab right there. You can see them because they're white. So there's two tabs there, and that's the only tabs you really gotta push upward till they unclip, and then this whole mirror is going to slide forward that way. Put your mirror somewhere where you're not gonna risk dropping it either. Alright, so you got these two tabs. You push upward on them, one and this one. It's a lot easier if you have somebody else helping you, so that you could kind of push both up while they kind of pull it out. So we're gonna stop recording so he can help hold it right now. I'm gonna push a little bit more pressure on those tabs. I just don't want this to start sliding out and have nobody to catch it. All right, so once you get those two tabs popped all the way out, you'll see that this starts lifting up. Basically this piece slides into that part. So this is why I suggest to pop the mirror forward like this. Literally, you just slide it forward, okay? So these two tabs don't actually have something that's going to lock into it like they do, I believe, on the 10th gen. And same thing, this just locks into there. So after you get these two tabs right here out, literally you just shake it and put some of your weight to pop it that way. Okay. All right, so now this is a carbon fiber one. The same way we took off the other one, we're going to put this one in. So you put it right here, line it up, you're going to push it. It's going to start sliding in all the tabs. And then you need to put a lot of pressure towards this area till you see both of them actually clipped in from the bottom before you bother putting your mirror back on. The first one I did, there was a little bit of debris right here on one of them, so it wasn't letting it in. I believe it was either this corner one or this corner one. It wasn't letting the whole mirror push in just because of that debris. So I just got a little Dremel and I just kind of cleaned it up with the Dremel to open up that gap again so that it could slide in place. So if you're having the same issue, check those tabs. You might have some like clear coat overspray or something from when they sprayed the carbon. All right, so you just push this down, line it up. You got to push this kind of upward. They have to line into those little tabs. As you can see, everything's going into place now. So it looks like it's all the way in, but let's check the teeth, see if they actually clipped in place or not. So that one's in, and so is that one. So this one's all the way popped in. Now you guys got to put the glass back on. I'll explain to you guys how we did it. If there's another way, you're more than welcome to give me some suggestions. But from what I tried on the other side, this is what I had to do. I'll show you guys how I take off the back piece to pop this back on, or I might try it with it on right now, see if I could get it to work like that. All right, you guys. So for the mirror, The easiest way I found to put it back together is actually to take this off from the glass. So the way I separate it with a plastic pry bar and a flat screwdriver, so I pried that up, got the flat screwdriver twisted in there. So I'll show you guys basically on this side. I just put a little plastic pry bar right here, and while that's putting pressure up, got a flat screwdriver, twist that one, put a little flat screwdriver on this side, and twist this tab so that it unlatches also. So you're going to do that same thing to all 4 of these to separate this. I mean, it's identical, so it shouldn't matter, but I put the letter T on top, and I'm going to do the same thing once I separate this on the front, so I know which piece is supposed to be facing up. Alright, you guys, so I separated this because to get these to pop back in to here was a pain in the butt with the glass on. Like, I tried so many different ways, there was no way it was going back in. So with this little tab right here has to slide into that little indentation. So I'm using this little plastic or a clip, like a pry bar from Harbor Freight, a smaller one. There's different sizes, but this one seems to work best. So that has to snap into there. When you have the glass on with it, it'll pop onto that centerpiece, no problem. But these, with pressure, they push back in. So there was no way for me to get this one and this one to pop in. I tried so many times, I couldn't get it. If you guys have a better method than what I'm doing, you're more than welcome to leave some comments. Let us know what you guys got to get it to work better. But anyways, I did that bottom one first. Then after that, I tilt this up. This one has to be pointing sideways like it is. So I'm going to hold this here, and I'm going to pop this center piece in with my palm. Okay, so that's in. So now we just need this one to get in. See how with pressure that was going back in? Now they're all in right now. So now all of those are in. Now I'm going to put the glass on here. When I put the glass on, I'm going to plug on first, and then the glass doesn't snap into these as easy as it should either, so I'll also show you guys what I did to get those to lock in place. Alright, so you got to line it up. I wish it would be easy where you could just pop it like this, push some pressure, and it snaps back in, but it doesn't. So that's why I masked this off. I'm using a plastic pry bar. I don't know if you could see it too good in the camera, but I'm going to pry this plastic, the white piece, and I'm going to push that exact section of the mirror. Preferably use a thicker pry bar like this, maybe even a screwdriver, but if you use a screwdriver, I would not use masking tape. I would probably hold a rag and pry so the metal doesn't leave indentations on your plastic. But basically you got to go at different angles. So like for this side one, I went down here, put pressure this way while I was pushing on the mirror right there, and it only latched in one latch, so I had to go push down and get this one, put pressure here while I push the top for it to get that second one. So as you can see, I did all of them. The bottom, I obviously reached on the bottom, this one from this side, and the corner from this one around here. For this top one, there's one side that latched in. When I put it right here and I push pressure, only one side latched in, so now I'm going to try and do the same thing to the other side. No, it didn't. It's like halfway. It didn't clip yet. Alright. So as you can see how this goes in now, so it's all the way latched in. And before we put those on, we plugged in those 2 plugs like I said. So now that that's done, now we peel our masking tape. The mirror's all the way in, we're going to wipe it down, plug back in the battery, and then test the mirrors, make sure they do engage to go up, down, side to side, which they should, since both of those up and down, the other plastics to tilt it left to right. So since those are latched into that plastic, they should work like they were before we took this off. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, please subscribe so I can make more tutorial videos where I explain to you guys how to do installs. And I'll post a video or picture after we wipe these down and get them cleaned up.